Now let's talk about decimals. You know, I have already done how to change a decimal to fraction when we are doing number base. But here, let's see decimal place. Now, because that is part of your scheme, fractions and decimal, significant figure, and so approximate. So now, let's start with decimal place. Let's say I have question like 2.3145. If I say approximate this, that is approximation now. Approximate this to four decimal places. Four decimal places simply means after the decimal points that you should have four numbers. Now this is decimal point. Count now. After decimal point, how many numbers you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is four decimal places. Now what if I want to do this to two decimal places? Two decimal places simply means after decimal you should have two numbers. So this is equivalent to 2.31, meaning I have 3 and 1. The number that follows 1 is not up to 5, it's 4. So I can't add 1 to these two. So if the number that follows is more than 4, like 5, 6, 7, you add 1. This is two decimal places. Now what of three decimal places? This same number. So to approximate to three decimal places, you just have 2.31. You know the next number is 4, but the number that follows 4 is 5. So that means you will add 1. So you will add 1 to 4, making 5. But if the number that follows 4 is like 3, if the number is less than 4, I'll still say 4. But since the number is from 5 upward, then add 1 to this 4. So you get 5. So this is three decimal places. So that is just decimal place. It's not really hard. It means after decimal point, count the number after it. That is decimal place. Okay, look at this. 7.2134, or in short any number like this. Now approximate this to one decimal place. One decimal place means what? After decimal you should have one number. This will be 7 point, then just have one number. This is one decimal place. Now this same number to three decimal places will be what? 17.213, meaning after decimal place you have three numbers. So that is just decimal place. It's easy. So now let's see significant figure. Now to do significant figure is different, but let me start with a number like 7.213. Now how many significant figure is this? If everything you have is a number, significant simply means important. That means significant figure means a number that is important. So all numbers are important apart from if 0 should start the number. So now, but let's see first. Look at this one now. This is how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4. That means this is 4 significant figure, meaning all numbers are important. So now if I now say approximate this number here to one significant figure, that means it is just 7. This is one significant figure, meaning only one number, one significant. But if there is no decimal there, look at this, 7213. Now approximate this to one significant figure, that is 7, then change all other number to 0. So this is one significant figure. But if there is decimal, I can't say 7.000. So Can't say 7.000 is another significant like that. That is 4. So but for now, if there is decimal, leave it as the number. If there is no decimal, after writing the number, change the rest to 0. So that's it. Okay, let us move to another one. Now let's say I have 123.7456. Now write this one correct to 5 significant figure. 5 significant figure simply means you should write 5 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now that should be like 1, 2, 3 points. Now instead of 7, 4, see the number that follow 4 is like 5. So anytime the number that follows where you want to stop is from 5 upward, that means you are adding 1 to that number. That means I'm adding 1 to 4 to get 5. So this is 5 significant figures. Now correct this to 2 significant figures. That will be 1, 2. So just 2 numbers, 2 significant figures. Approximate to 6 significant figures. That means 6 number. 123.74. Instead of writing 5, the next number that follows 5 is 6. So I can add 1 to 5. Since this is 6 significant figures. I hope you get this. Now let's say I have 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Now approximate this to 3 significant figures. Do you know there is no decimal now? 3 significant figures simply means 3 numbers. So that means I should have 4, 5, 1. This is 3 significant. Now change the rest to this to 0, 0. But if it is 451.23, so 3 significant figure is simply 451. Don't say 0.00, don't say that, just 451. But if there is no decimal, change all the remaining numbers to points. So that is it. Now what if I have 732.14? Change this to 4 significant figure. It means I should just have 4 numbers. 732.1. This is 4 significant figure. Don't change the rest to 0. If there is decimal, stop exactly when you get the number. So now what if we have 145.230? Now change this to 2 significant figure. 2 significant figure should be 1, 4, but the next number that follow 4 is like 5 upward, so you need to add 1 to 4 so that 4 will becomes 5. Then change all the other numbers to 0. So that's it. So this is 2 significant figure. Now what if you have 0.000000213? Now change this to 2 significant figure. Now if the number starts with 0 point, now all these zeros are not significant, you won't count them. You are starting your significance from the first number. Now this one to 2 significant will be all this one, I won't count them. I'm starting my significant from here. That is 2, 1. So this is 2 numbers. That is 2 significant figure. So this one like this is 3 significant figures because all these ones are significant. That is 3 significant figures. Okay. Now what if we have 0.001274? Now this to 3 significant figure will be all this 0 point is not significant. Start 1, 2, 7. This is 3 significant figures. But how many decimal place is this? This is 5 decimal place because after decimal you have 5 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this is 3 significant. All these ones are not significant. But if I have 0.07014, Now this one to three significant figure. Three significant figure here. I'll count this zero now as significant because I have seen a number first. If a number should start, even though zero follows, they are all significant. But before a number, all the zeros are not significant. So now this one to three significant figure will be 0.0701. Answer. What if I have 0.0000010020001? Now approximate this one to five significant figure. Now all these zero before number are not significant. That is 0 point. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. Now this is 5 significant figure. So that means the number here to this one is 5 significant figure. You see that after a number I count all the zeros that follow. So but before a number all the zeros are not significant. So I'm starting my significance from here. But if it is decimal, you start immediately after decimal. So this one now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 12 decimal places, but it is 5 significant figure from here. I hope you get significant now and decimal. So now let's solve question.